You took my epic sword! I'm gonna take your life! Lost one more level, no time for compromise. Did you even notice? It's all still outside. Your money no longer matters. Your family means less. The only thing left is to complete the quest. You took my epic sword, now I'm gonna take your life. You took my epic sword, now I can't do with the knife. You took my epic sword, I'm greatest where you lie. You took my epic sword, now prepare to die.
And welcome to the GamerCast Network Video Game Show, episode number 17 for Friday, December 22nd, 2006. I'm Chad, and joining me this evening is Tom.
Hey everyone, it's MC Fragslot, and I'd like to pause the show and ask everyone to go dig us at dig.com's new podcasting section. A direct link to the Dig podcast can be found on our website. While you're there, please consider digging GamerCast Network Video Game Show, Gamertag Radio, and Uncle Gamer Radio. A direct link to each can be found on our homepage. Thank you very much, and now back to the podcast.
And Bob.
Hi.
Keith.
Hi.
Ivan.
Hi.
And Phil.
Happy birthday to me, and happy belated to Chad.
Thank you. In GamerCast Network Community News, go check out Uncle Gamer Radio episode number 12. This week, Kyle from Video Game Outsiders takes over hosting duties. So go check out Uncle Gamer Radio episode 12 at unclegamer.com. And be sure to check out Gamertag Radio at gamertagradio.com. And we'd like to announce the winners of our Medal of Honor GamerCast Network giveaway. Temple Dog, Rothbart, and Nate Dog. You are the winners. And a special honorary mention to Paul Maestri. We will be contacting you shortly to send out your prizes. You can check out all the final submissions at our gallery.
Next topic.
Wait, Bob, did you hit someone today?
Yes.
Really?
In the face?
Yes, with a car.
You hit someone in the face with a car?
No, not in the face with a car. I hit somebody's car with my car.
What
That's
happened,
how most accidents go. I don't know if anybody lives here, but if you've moved here from the East Coast, the lights in this city are kind of strange. They have like the main one that's at the top where you expect traffic lights to be, but unfortunately the left turn arrows are like over by the side. Now I'm not claiming that making a left turn when the left arrow is red is something smart to do. I'm just saying it's easy to miss when you're not used to looking at them. And I'm not saying I stopped right away and the woman didn't even bother to use her brake and careened right into me. I'm not saying that, because that would be petty.
Wow. So was it really bad?
Oh, dude, my poor car. I won't drive it on the highway. Yeah.
Wait, is this with the beat-up door when you got it last time? Nice.
Yes.
So you are now driving a complete jalopy.
All superficial. It's like the car still runs, but it's like every possible surface is now dented. The airbag's deployed, shattered my windshield. God, dude.
Dude, you know what you got to do? You got to put like a spiked bumper on it to be like Road Warrior.
and then you have to wear like a bandolier and a diaper and like a mask on your head. And
I need a boomerang.
And we'll call you Lord Humongous. Has anyone else been hit with a airbag?
No.
I have not. Actually, that was the funny part. The airbag didn't come anywhere near me.
I've been hit directly in the face with an airbag, and it hurts.
Sucks.
We were out at college, and my buddy was getting a new car.
Oh, God. We
were sitting there driving around, and I go, you're getting rid of the car, just junking it, right? And he's like, yeah. I go, have you ever been hit with an airbag? And he's like, no. So then, like, he gets the same idea, and he's like, all right, go over to the far back of the school where they had this rundown construction lot, and he's like, all right, how fast should we be going? And I was like, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe 35, 40. So he's like, all right. And and we drove right into just this pile of debris and got blasted in the face with the airbags. And we're just sitting there going, oh, that was so stupid. It hurts. Then got out of the car, he took off the plates, he took everything out of the car, and we went back home.
And I learned something.
Yeah, but if you ever have the urge to get hit in the face with an airbag just to see if it, how it feels, it hurts. So don't bother.
Remember what he says, kids. Don't get hit in the face with an airbag. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it broke my nose. I had the big drags under my face.
I can do it. Put me back in.
laughing.
Put me back in.
We were laughing the whole time, just like, ha, 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 smack. Oh, God!
Next topic.
Phil, what'd you buy?
Tom, you would be very impressed.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
I actually went out and bought a Counter-Strike source pack with Half-Life 2 Deathmatch Data Defeat source as well. I wasn't very good. I think my score was 9 kills to 22 deaths.
That's okay.
The thing that I couldn't understand is if I bought a weapon, I couldn't keep that weapon if I died.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Damn shame.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Scuba.
And
That's
then,
a funny word.
You used to be able to back in the old in Beta 2 of Counter-Strike. This is old Counter-Strike. You'd be able to do gun running, so when you died, all your weapons would stay persistent in the match. Remember that, Chad? That was a lot of fun. That was back when Counter-Strike was good. That was 1999, and people are still playing it.
So yes, I will be trying to participate in the Counter-Strike nights.
Excellent.
The second game that I purchased this week was Dawn of War, Dark Crusade.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty, and I don't like it compared to the original. They got rid of all the heavy weaponry, just like they did in Winter Assault, which I wasn't a very big fan of them.
What do you mean
that.
all the heavy weaponry? All the big tanks were in Winter Assault. The same tanks that were in the original game.
Yeah, but you could not update them to lasers
Yes, you
and
could.
heavy weaponry.
Scuba.
Oh, no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't.
Oh, we're going to have a little wager.
Then you couldn't get the big avatars and stuff either.
Walkie-talkie.
Ooh, that's nice.
All right, so basically, so should I not pay full retail for Dark Crusade, or pay full retail for Dark Crusade? Phil.
Walkie-talkie.
It looks like a good game. I haven't gotten into it too far, but like I said, it's more like Winter Assault than it was the original one. I don't know. I'm kind of impartial yet. I might have to play it a little more.
Scuba.
Quesadilla.
I'll just leave it at that.
Excellent work, Phil.
Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser.
Next topic.
The behavioral research consultants, Bunnyfoot.
Say it again.
The behavioral research consultants, Bunnyfoot.
But we shall pronounce it Boonifat.
Bunnyfoot.
Boonie food. Boonie food.
Booty food.
They did a study of players' reaction to in-game ads for sports titles such as Gran Turismo 3, NBA Live, and Project Gotham Racing 3. Overall, they found very low...
all the gamers said, WTF?
LOL. Waffle.
Rafflecopter.
They found very low recall and retention scores across all titles for in-game ads.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You take a segment of take gamers, and that applies to all segments of their life.
The only games with high retention scores were NBA Live and SmackDown. A game scoring retention scores of 0 was Project Gotham Racing 3.
No one's looking at the signs. Those games you're driving so damn fast, you can't even blink. You have to be staring into the middle of the screen.
Next topic.
Okay, let's do one or two Sony quotes of the week. Just because of some good stuff. Okay, so we have Sony Worldwide Studio President Phil Harrison being interviewed by MTV. And here are his thoughts on the PSP's rival, the Nintendo DS. Nintendo should be congratulated for drawing in large numbers of new gamers into the market. They are our customers of tomorrow.
Because none of our systems are available today.
I'd like to thank Nintendo for kicking our ass completely and showing us up on our home turf.
I'm just going to start
I'm sure
assuming...
people will soon get bored with their Nintendo products and come to Sony. So go ahead and get bored. All right, just any minute now.
We'll wait.
I'm calling Sony Gargamel. That's what Sony is now going to be known as. I'll get you, you meddling smurfs.
And finally, his thoughts on the developer's usage of the PS3 features. Currently, Sony's games on the PS3 right now use less than half of the PS3. Nobody will ever use 100% of its capabilities.
God, these guys are so arrogant. It's sickening.
No, dude, on that last point, he's totally right. No one will ever use 100% of its capability.
Because no one cares.
Oh, then, in that case, I'm looking forward to paying for the $300 PS3.
That's right.
Did he give any reasoning as to why he doesn't think anyone will ever be able to use 100%?
That was like the outro of the interview was that bit.
What a great way to go out on. It's like, all right, thanks, folks. You're never going to use the full potential of the PS3. Good night.
Next topic.
So we'll talk about ultra gamers real quick. So, in a study from Jupiter Research, they indicate 22% of all gamers are ultra gamers. Ultras are those who play more than 5 hours of gaming a week and spent more than $50 on games in the last 6 months.
Wait. That's
What?
everyone.
That's all that qualifies to be an ultra?
That was their criteria.
Even if you buy one game, if you have an Xbox 360, if you buy one game in 6 months, you're already over the $50 limit.
And I can guarantee if you spend $50 on it, you're damn well going to play it for at least 5 hours.
5 hours a week.
A week.
That's
Not
less
even
than
an
an
hour
hour
a
a day.
I need to go change my my signature in the forums. Hang on a second. Phil Lock, Ultra Gamer.
Next topic.
Nintendo is getting sued over their straps for the Wiis. A class action lawsuit is being brought against Nintendo.
By the Leprechaun Association of America.
The Wii people of the world.
Tolerate inferior wrist straps, you know.
Being filed by the attorneys of the Green Welling
I
lawyers.
told you, they're green. They're the Leprechaun bastards.
They're filing on behalf of the Wii owners who have let go of their Wiis and weren't saved by their straps.
I told you, boy. No one knows me.
Don't leave the Wii! Why are you leaving me behind, gentlemen? I'm much better use with you!
The lawyers claim the strap is defective and violates the Wii's warranty.
That's discrimination against little people.
The lawsuit seeks to force Nintendo to fix the strap with the Wii and refund the Wii owner or replace the defective strap with one that works as intended.
Isn't that what they're doing?
Yeah,
So
basically.
then how can they...
Well, hang on. Here's Nintendo's response. At the time we became aware of the lawsuit, we had already taken appropriate steps to reinforce with consumers the proper use of the Wii remote and had made stronger, more durable replacement straps.
Didn't we like review that like when it first
All right,
came
did
out?
anyone else just start hearing the theme to $6 Million Man?
Because I
As he was
started
talking
humming it.
that was Bob.
I thought that was in my head.
No, actually, I want to say I understand how people are letting go of it. So I was playing with the Wiimote the other day, and when you swing it pretty quickly and you want to press a button at the same time, think about it, because look at what you do with your thumb. You got the A button right in the middle of the top of the Wiimote, and to push it, you have to bring your thumb up. So now you're not gripping it with your thumb anymore. You're just gripping it with your 4 fingers. So if your hand is sweaty, I kind of understand how people are losing it and it's slipping out of people's hands. Now, I don't know if they're wearing the strap or not at the time. Because at first I just dismissed it as like, okay, spilling coffee in the lap kind of thing. But until I actually was like playing with one, and I was like, okay, I can understand how people are losing grip of it. But you really have to be swinging top. Like there's no reason that you need to swing the remote that hard when you're playing like Wii tennis and stuff.
Well, isn't that what Godfrey was saying when he went to the thing? Is when you first use it, you don't know like the amount of effort it takes to use it, and people were just like running around like they're actually playing tennis.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
So
Yeah, people are really abusing your Wiis, tossing them around like with force. God.
no one's gonna toss me around.
Next topic.
PlayStation 3 and their exclusive titles. PlayStation 3 is not having very much fun lately with exclusive titles. Today they lost Virtua Fighter 5, which is from Sega. It's no longer a PS3 exclusive. It will be coming to the Xbox 360 this summer. There were lots of rumors last weekend that Metal Gear Solid 4 might actually show up on the Xbox 360 as well. Now, Konami came out and said that we have no plans to bring Metal Gear Solid 4 to the Xbox 360 at this time.
Ouch.
This is very similar to what Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed. Initially, Assassin's Creed was supposed to be a PlayStation 3 exclusive title. Then there were some rumors that it was going to be non-exclusive. Ubisoft did something very similar to what Konami just said. And then basically 2 or 3 weeks later, Ubisoft came out and said, yeah, it's going to be on the Xbox 360 and PCs as well. So people are thinking that MGS4 might be non-exclusive. Nothing's confirmed, but
That will be a very large blow to Sony.
the point here is that Sony has very little consoles actually out there, whereas the Xbox 360 has, 8 million units supposedly? Or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That will be a huge blow to them because
Yeah.
I mean, give Nintendo another week and a half, they'll have just as many out.
So many developers and publishers might start seeing non-exclusive titles as the way to go.
See, it's all marketing. I think Sony should take a page from Nintendo's playbook and come out with the Sony Vag.
The what?
What the hell is that? I didn't even know that. What
Yeah, I have
Vag?
no idea what you're talking about.
The Wii Vag is opposite, but the girl parts. See what I did there?
Oh, no.
It was a humor about naughty bits. I thought he was.
I was looking for the dwarf joke there or something.
I was looking for the marketing I missed.
I was looking for my pants.
Next topic.
Okay, finally, the Second Life griefing.
Yay! I want to hear about this.
Can we do penis over the air, or do we have to bleep that?
No, you can say penis. You can't say. I think you could say Willie.
Okay, just checking.
You just say it in a very clinical, professional manner.
I will try and say it as clinically and as professionally as I can. Okay, so there's some in the world. So we talked about how CNN has an in-world bureau in Second Life. So recently they wanted to conduct an interview with the Second Life land magnate,
there's that
Chung.
Yeah, there's that chick that made all that money. She started off with just like $10 and she bought a little bit of property and she split it up and resold it or did some online development with their toolkits, like basically virtual real estate development, if you can believe
turned her investment into $1 million real life dollars.
It pisses me off because I wish I would have thought of it first.
Like X-Fire? Or wait, you actually did think of that first.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
I'm staring into the microphone.
Harsh, man, harsh.
So when they began their interview in the CNN bureau, I guess there's a theater there. You can actually sit two avatars down and have others view it. So while they were doing the interview in the CNN bureau, the event was attacked by a griefer. The griefer forced everyone in the CNN theater to see flying animated penises.
Ew!
You just see these flying pink penises floating across the screen.
Oh, God, that sounds like... I mean...
Next
topic.
No, hang on. Miss Chung was so upset that she wanted to hold the interview in her own territory, on her own land.
Her own virtual
land. The griefer did not stop there, and he was able to take down her server.
Excellent. Good for you, griefer. We here at GamerCast Network support griefing.
Especially on games that aren't actually games like Second Life.
Next topic.
Do we all like Transformers?
Do you like Transformers? That's like asking, like, do you like freedom? Do you like air? I don't know. Of course, everyone likes Transformers.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the new Transformers movie and some of the video game tie-ins. So, as many of you know, Michael Bay is bringing to you a live-action version
Nobody likes Michael Bay, by the way.
of the Transformers cartoon series. For the film, there will be at least one Xbox 360 game, one Wii game, and 2 DS games. And now, I guess we could devolve this into something like...
A Michael Bay bash? I watched the trailer. They managed to make Transformers not look like Transformers. It just looked like a Michael Bay movie. But that's what Michael Bay does, because Michael Bay looks like... He looks at, like, World War II. It's like, Pearl Harbor, how can we make this suck? And then he goes and does it. Now he's looking like the 80s. He's like, what's good about the 80s? Transformers. How can we make this go suck? And then he does that. See? He visualizes and then executes. That's what makes Michael Bay a millionaire, and that's what makes us suck.
If there is one bright spot in this whole film, it will be that Optimus is going to be voiced by Peter Cullen, who was the original American voice actor for Optimus Prime. It's unconfirmed that they're trying to get Frank Welker to do the voice of Megatron. He was the original voice actor of Megatron. Yeah, so there are going to be 5 Autobots and 8 Decepticons. So you have Optimus, who is now a flaming red truck. Bumblebee, who is going to be a Camaro. Jazz, Ratchet, and Ironhide. Well, he's going to become a Camaro. He was a Volkswagen, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
he was a Beetle.
Wait, no,
That's why he was called Bumblebee.
Yes.
Wasn't he a beetle?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he was called Bumblebee.
Now he's going to be a Camaro. Enjoy it. Michael Bay is giving you what you want.
A Camaro?
And for your Decepticons, heading up is Megatron. He's an alien jet.
Megatron is?
He's not a jet, he's a gun.
He's a
was
gun.
a
He's
gun.
at least been a cannon.
He is a jet now.
No, he's a gun.
It doesn't matter what he was. This is what
It
he
does
is.
too.
This is
He's
what
a
he
gun.
See, here's the thing. It's when Optimus transforms, he bears no resemblance that he at one time was, a semi. he just looks like some big spiky robot thing. And then Megatron looks like some big spiky robot thing who transforms into a big spiky thing. Too spiky. Everything's just too spiky. All the clips, all the guys, it's just like, look, we're evil because we got lots of spikes. That's not combat ready, man. Spikes break off.
Next topic.
Forbes put out an article with the breakdown of the costs involved in a next generation game with percentages. Now, these are all approximates. It works out to approximately 100%. So here's what goes into the $60 for a next generation game. The art and design is approximately 25% of the overall.
Stupid artists.
Programming and engineering is 20%. The retail people want their 20%. The console owners, the Sonys, Nintendos, and MSs, want 11.5%. Unless you're an exclusive, then they might lower that to 0%.
That seemed rather low. I would think they'd take a hell of a lot more than that. But
now,
anyway.
Marketing of the title itself is 7%. The Marketing Development Fund, and this is actually to give you good placement at a retailer and spots in the retailer's ads. That's 5%. The manufacturing cost is 5%.
Wait, I don't understand that cost. That spot for the retailer. How does that work?
That means if you want Best Buy to actually put out like a standee for your game, you have to pay them extra money.
Okay.
The manufacturing cost for the packaging itself is 5%.
That's just pressing discs.
That's just pressing discs. The licensing is 5%. The publisher profit is 1.5%. The distributors take 1.5%. The corporate costs, these are involved when lawsuits should erupt over your Grand Theft Autos. They only take 0.3%. And the hardware development is 0.05%. That is when the people buy the dev kits and the demo units.
Wait, so you're saying the publisher is only taking like a 2% cut, a 2% cut?
1.5%. Yep.
So Activision and EA when
they only get like $1 per title.
Wow.
That's surprising.
All these evil corporations, we think you're getting all of this money out of the cut. Just, I mean, the game system.
It's the retailers who are evil. It all goes back to Walmart being evil.
So the publisher only gets 1%. You said, right? The Nintendos of the world take like 11.
Their fees vary based on the actual platform. Like I believe the PS3, Sony charges more because of the Blu-ray. However, if you're an exclusive title, that fee will be lowered.
I was just shocked it was as low as it was. I thought, oh, okay.
I was under the impression that retailers made almost no money selling video games.
They make thin margin on the hardware. Because I remember there were some numbers out there saying that for every $250 Nintendo, they actually paid $237 or $240 for it.
Huh. Well, fancy that.
Wow, that was very informative.
Next topic.
Ken Kutaragi is promising a new version of the PS3.
Of course he is. 6 months. I told you, don't bother buying one until they upgrade the hardware.
Well, hang on. Let me tell you about this one. This is going to be this version will put audio and video first and gaming second.
Oh, HDMI?
Oh, thank God. They read my mind.
It will include a larger power supply, anti-shake insulator, twice the amount of memory, and 2 HDMI outputs.
Right, anti-shake, because, when you're, carrying it around, you don't want your disc to skip.
No. Impress, which is a Japanese audio-video group, believes believes this audio-video device will cost approximately $2,500.
Good times.
Now, it should be noted that Sony did attempt something like this before with the PS2. The device was called the PSX and was a media center unit that had TiVo-like recording features. And when it came out in December of 2003, the top-of-the-line model with 250-gigabyte hard drive costed $900.
And
They
people
sold
bought
both of them.
They sold very little.
It's because everyone at Sony, they're all gamers, so they have no retention. Like, they don't learn anything from the past. See how see what I did there? I tied that back.
It's a tie-in.
Except our show is listened to by gamers who have no retention, so no one's gonna get that.
I think that Sony's finally
Except our
realizing
show
how
is
much...
listened to by gamers, so nobody caught that.
Caught what? What are you talking about?
All right, dead joke. Moving on.
That's another horse we're beating into the ground. We'll throw it on the pile.
We'll make it funny, damn it. We'll make it funny.
What are we making? What are we making funny? I forgot. What the hell are we talking about?
Exactly.
Good retention.
Next topic.
Funny story, because you brought up Diablo 2. The carpal tunnel that I got from playing Diablo 2 in Unreal Tournament back in the day.
You really got carpal tunnel?
I got carpal tunnel from playing both of those games way too much. I told you, dude. I mean, it's really becoming an issue. I'm gonna have to buy an ergonomic mouse and start bringing ice bags into work.
They took my squeezing arm.
Dude, it sucks. Diablo 2 and Unreal Tournament, that was my heyday. That's when I played the most. That's when you used to play put all the bots on godlike, put the game speed on 150% just to warm up before you even went online.
You played so much Diablo 2
and Unreal Tournament.
That you actually got carpal tunnel syndrome.
I have carpal tunnel, yes. Never doubt my video game cred. Dude, I've wounded my hand.
But did this actually from a medical professional they tell you this, or was this just...
My sister tells me. She's a doctor, and so is her husband, and they're like, dude, yeah, you totally have carpal tunnel.
Good guy, I've been typing on computers for 20-some-odd years.
It's my mouse in hand, dude. It has nothing to do with typing. It's from the button clicking, and I'll be zooming in and zooming out and clicking the different buttons and stuff. Oh, God, it burns.
Feel the burn! I'm working on my mouse.
Sucks, dude.
God.
I mean, it sounds
the morning
funny, but
Bob gets into accidents, goes to work, and 8 hours of pain, goes home, bills he can't pay for.
Next topic.
Mailbag.
Scuba.
Walkie-talkie.
Okay, so this week in the mailbag, we received a voicemail message.
Hey, this is Andrew and Jeremy from Castro Valley, California, and we're just wondering, what do you think the best system is, that I should get? PS3 is too expensive for my taste, but I'm thinking about the Wii or the Xbox 360.
I also had a question. What do you think the best game for all three systems, the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii are?
Which one is the best game that came out or is already out already? Thanks.
So, guys, what are your suggestions for our listeners?
If you're younger than 35, just buy an Xbox 360.
I would have to agree.
A lot of the guys at work love them, the Nintendo Wiis, because they bought them for their kids for Christmas, and they did what Keith did and just opened it up and started using them and can't put the damn things down. But I think if you want to play online at all and games that are actually not for everyone, like Gears of War... stuff you'll actually enjoy.
For those fine murder simulators.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
PlayStation's too expensive for their taste, and I think it's fairly obvious that there are no games available for it. It's not worth the money. You'll never use more than 50% of it, so really it's not worth the money. There is no real online content for the Wii, is there?
Not yet. They still are figuring their whole system.
Exactly. So just buy a Xbox 360. Best bang for the buck at this point, I think.
And what games would you suggest people look at for the Xbox 360?
Gears of War, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Have to.
Geometry Wars.
Yeah, Vegas.
Uno.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Vegas.
Dead Rising's only for...
Dead Rising was good, but I wouldn't consider it the best.
No.
Unless you have an HD television. Then you can actually read it.
And what do you think are the best titles for all the platforms in general?
Counter-Strike.
Zelda probably for the Wii. And for the PlayStation 3, I'm guessing the only exclusive one they have is Resistance Fall of Man.
Resistance Fall of Man, that'd be the only one.
Diablo 2, StarCraft.
And also in the mailbag this week, we have a message from James Farley. He writes, having spent some time in China, I have to say I find the comments about Chinese gamers on the video game show to be a little bit inappropriate. Having said that, the comments are spot on for accuracy. So yes, we apologize to all Asians out there.
We apologize, and we're going to continue to keep doing it. So I guess that
we're not being
really
malicious about it. We're not really trying. We're not trying to offend anyone. But if you're offended, you're too easily offended. And listen to something else.
Off-color stories about stupid white kids driving their cars into
piles
of debris. Or getting carpal tunnel from playing video games too much.
Except our listeners are gamers, so you don't realize that.
Don't realize what? I totally forgot what you talk. Did I just say something?
Where am I? My hand hurts.
See, Bob didn't run that red light because he wasn't familiar with the laws of California. He ran that red light because last night he was playing first-person shooters.
That's right. I pulled out my AK-47, blew away the witness.
Actually, after the crash, he was like, that crash wasn't realistic at all. That sucked.
Where's the fire? It didn't explode. I'll show you a crash.
We'll go fight giant lobster crabs.
And he was smash into some debris and get some airbags to shoot off in our faces.
Hey, man, I was the only one that could tell you with first-hand experience that airbags hurt. I'm helping people.
He's providing a service.
I'm helping.
Community service.
I don't need to actually experience that to know that airbags will hurt if they explode my face.
Some of us are less enlightened. You gotta be stupid like us and think, I bet I could take it. Oh, wait, no. That broke all the bones in my face. Ow, someone help.
I mean, that same thing with the gel pad.
The gel pad,
Popping the gel pad on our face. You know those gel wrist guard, like the wrist things? Well, there was one that was ripping. And
mind you, this wasn't one of the one for just your hand. It was one of the wrist things for the whole keyboard.
So then, we ripped and pulled the gel out of it. Did we start by using it as a rubber band and hitting ourselves in the chest? Or
that was the second. That was after.
Okay. It was sticky. So we threw it up on the ceiling, and it would stick for a while, and then it would fall. And we were like, well, I wonder if this will hurt if it hits us in the face.
Oh, God.
So,
now, mind you, we weren't leaving it flat. We were rolling it up into a tight ball because it was sticky.
Oh.
So we laid down on the floor, on the bottom of the stairs, so there was more. So the ceiling was higher. And we would
15 feet, dude.
And we would stick it to the ceiling and lay down underneath it, and you would just stare at it and wait for it to fall on your face. And it really didn't hurt, but just sitting there twitching, bracing, waiting to get hit.
You made the funniest faces. It was awesome.
And then after the fact, we said, okay, well, that wasn't that bad. Well, how bad would it hurt if we held it like a giant rubber band and zipped it into our chest? You'd hold your arms out, holding an end of each of the gel pad, and then Brian or Bob or me would grab it and walk back as far as we possibly could, and just let it go.
Oh my God, that was fun.
It left such welts on your chest. You just get hit and drop it and almost crumple oh my God. And
we did that for a half an hour though. I don't know.
We kept doing it that entertained us for a whole night, that gel pad. I really am just showing how come I wonder how bad that'll hurt if I get hit with that. That seems to be a theme in my life.
And there you have it. Video Game Show episode number 17 for Friday, December 22nd, 2006.
Merry Christmas, people, and if you're not Christmas people,
you're dead to us.
You're dead to us.
Happy holidays,
Christ,
everyone.
you pagan.
Go find Thor, you... Wait, pagan.
Nobody get left behind, and...
Nobody get left behind.
Try to tie it in. And tune in next week with the return of the host Tom to the show, if he can stop coughing long enough.
That's Merry Christmas. Guys next week.
See you next year.
You'll see me before next year.
Yeah,
it won't be next year.
Wednesday is not.
Wednesday's still 2006.
When the hell's the first? I don't even know. They keep me in my box and don't let me out.